Well, I'll wait for the questions later, but just a thanks to you, Sir Roy, and the members of the board for giving me the opportunity to manage a fantastic football club in Plymouth, Argyle, with a great history and I think tradition, fantastic catchment area, and I think Sir Roy hit the nail on the head. It gives me burning ambition to do well here. I had success at previous clubs. I think somebody once said to me that Leeds, you had a struggle, but I kept them up at Leeds. I had a struggle afterwards, but anybody here would have had a struggle managing Leeds at that time. It didn't go so well at Coventry, but I've got the fire back in my belly, and I'd like to thank Stoke City as well for giving me the opportunity to come here. Looking forward to working with you. You'll find me quite open. If anybody in the media wants to get in touch with me, I think it's important that our football club does work with the media, and as a manager I can be a miserable so-and-so on the odd occasion, but usually I'm quite cooperative. So look forward to working with you, and let's get Plymouth Argyle out of this league. I know it's going to be difficult, but we need to do it sooner rather than later, and if that's putting pressure on myself and the players, I think it's only right, because they are a big football club and I'm managing a big football club, so that's the ambitions. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I've been out of club management for 5 years. What was it about Argyle that lured you finally back into managing a club?
Well, yes, I did a bit of media work, and like Sir Roy said, I was over in Thailand, which I thoroughly enjoyed for a year, and I'm working with Tony Pulis at Stoke, sort of rekindle that. But I think I said before, Plymouth Argyle got a massive catchment area, and they are a big football club. Now at this moment in time, they're in League One, so we need to get out of it. Why Plymouth? Because it's a great football club, and I know it's ambitious, and I want to do well, and I want to get them up. It's great when you look at the likes of Sheffield Wednesday, you know, Southampton, Brighton, these football clubs, the big football clubs. Leeds United were in there last year, and that's the nature of, that's what I said before, that's the nature of football, that's the nature of the challenge, you know, and we've got to get in there, and we've got to battle our way up there, and we've got to do it by playing some good football as well, and if possible, make Home Park a fortress. I can remember once or twice coming down here from up north, and even though it's nice sunny weather, it was always difficult at Home Park, so we've got to try and do that. But basically, big football club. But you know, sometimes in football games you're not going to play well all the time, and even I had a bad game, I must admit, but you're not going to play well all the time, so it's up to you, if you're not going to play well, to change things. Basically I'll try to play attacking football, get it down, but if it needs to lumper up in some games and get second balls, hey, if it's going to get me 3 points, I'm not averse to that. So that's basically my philosophy. I think football is a simple game. When you haven't got the ball, you work hard, very hard to get it back, and when you've got the ball, you keep it, and you try to pass it, and you try to make chances, and that's my philosophy.
It's now up to Peter to come in and assess the players that we've got and decide which ones are going to stay and which ones are going to go.
I think it is a big, sorry, go on. I think it is a big squad as well. You know, I think it's too big for the manager as well.
I told Peter when we were having the interview that I went up to the game at Notts Forest and looked at their squad and our squad was much bigger. It's obvious.
I think it does need cut. We all know that. Yeah. I've known Paul for can't remember how many. I think I played against him when he was at Plymouth.
I think it was that first game, wasn't it?
That was my first goal against Plymouth, yeah, when Paul was in the side, and big Rafferty. He's a Charlie lad up the northwest, and I know him playing against him for the Arsenal England days, and John Carver, obviously Sunderland, Newcastle. Know them, both of them. Terrific football people. I'm looking forward to working with them, and I think we'll make a real good team, staff, both two good football people, got to say that.
Did Tony Pulis play a part in selling the clubs here?
Yeah, and he is persuasive, Tony, as you all know. No,
he did a good job for us.
He gave me a great opportunity to go and work in the Premiership, but I've always wanted to get back into management, and Tony's done great, but he did tell me what a fantastic club it was. He enjoyed his time here, as did Des O'Connor, Mark O'Connor, sorry, I won't better not call him Des O'Connor, Mark O'Connor. You'd be thinking he's singing a song next. So, you know, I'm one of my old assistant managers, Bobby Saxton, had a spell down here, and Bob just speaks volumes about the football club. So, you know, I knew the history. Ian Greaves, who gave me my debut, worked with, I think, down here with Tony Waiters long ago. So, I've got quite a knowledge of the football club, even though I don't, you know. So, Tony's done a decent job, but there's a lot of people as well told me about the football club.
Is it a stepping stone for you to move on to something bigger again?
No, it's a stepping stone to get the club up. You know, that's my first priority, and I've signed a 2-year deal, and I want to honour the 2-year deal, but I want to honour it, getting the club success. Look, I think as a manager, I want to stamp my authority on things. Obviously, I've got to work with people, you know, budgets and things like that, which is right. But I want to see the players. I want to get my assessments on them, because I've got certain ideas about football, and you know, we all fall out. We all have our ups and downs. I'm sure I'll have ups and downs, but once I've had an up and down, the next day it's over with. So yeah, everyone gets a chance, and it's up to them. I don't pick the team. The players pick the team by playing well or playing badly. I want to get up. I know that sounds ridiculous, but if I'm in this press conference and I'm saying, oh well, we'll just get there, the players are listening to this, the supporters are listening to this, we want to get up. And hey, I know it's difficult, don't get me wrong, like the teams I've mentioned, it's difficult, but we've got to aim to get out of this league, simple as that, and then do what it takes to get out of it. I've got ideas on players. I mean, but I might have players here who can do the job, so it's no. Listen, we didn't score enough goals. That's you don't have to be Einstein to work that one out. And I'm a great believer, like I said before, in sort of basic things in football, is like strength through the middle. You know, strong, good goalkeeper, strong at the back, middle of the park and up front. So if we've got players here who fit that criteria, to get in the side. But like any other manager who will be having a look at the season, I'm sure there'll be changes coming and going. That's the nature of football.
Okay. But one thing, we can't let you go, I'm afraid, without mentioning England. That day for English football. Listen,
I'm too old, I can't get a game now. Very, very disappointing in terms of, I thought there was no passion in the lads' play, I thought there was no fire in the bellies. And like I said to you before, I can take getting beat, because the nature of sport, you're going to get beaten games, but it's the manner. And I can honestly say I was really disappointed in the way we went out.
Thank you.